Howdy, folks. Jeff here, and we came to visit one of our friends, Angel Santiago, on Kauai Auto Repair. And what island are we on?
Kauai.
Hawaii. We're on Kauai of Hawaii,
Yeah.
and so it's interesting because each of the islands is not like a separate state; it's just like a separate county.
Yep. Separate islands,
And
all in
so
one state.
y'all are actually one of the largest independents on this island.
Yes.
And you're an EPA car care center, and you deal with Mitchell One software.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your business.
Yeah. So we just made 20 years in business. We have 5 technicians, 2 advisors. We're real big on culture. Real big on taking care of our customers, and having that team environment, where everybody can work together, help each other grow, grow the shop, grow their families, grow their whole life. I just want to see everybody here live life to their fullest. And, if we do things with that in mind, we can go a long ways. So, yeah, that's our focus.
And so you've been here 20 years. That's quite a while.
Yeah.
The deal that I heard on the island is it's hard to find technicians and keep up with technicians. But you got 5. How long? What's the average time they've been with you?
A few of them from the beginning, so almost 20 years, and a couple at least a few years, 5 years, 7 years, 3 years, and all good technicians, real humble, work, that works great, with each other, and no drama.
And so one of the things that there's a couple of things I want to share with y'all is you hear builds the culture in his shop. Some of the guys have been here the whole time with him. That's one of the things a lot of shop owners need to figure out and realize is you can have a revolving door, but that doesn't help your business. You need to get those technicians, grow them, work with them, and make them unpoachable. So they're not looking to go someplace else because you're taking care of them. One of the big deals that I noticed when we came in this shop is he's got some large toolboxes all around the shop, and you buy those.
Yep, I buy them. I try to load them up, with whatever we can to, provide a environment where you don't have to spend a whole lot of money on tools to work here. I would rather see them spending it on their families, on their vacations,
instead of out of their own pockets.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just, we have such a good team environment that we can share tools. We can, make sure things get put away and put back, and, like I said, it all starts with the culture. If you have a good culture, a good team environment, everybody works together, things get put back, tools are not left dirty and, um, misplaced. So, yeah.
It's all part of the culture. And one of the deals that you shared was you don't like to buy those new $14,000 toolboxes. But
Yeah.
these are all Snap-on toolboxes. They're all nice toolboxes. You go for the used stuff.
Yeah, I try to buy it used from my dealers. The tool trucks, they can, a lot of times they have trade-ins, so, or I try to look on Craigslist or whatever, and, without spending a whole lot of money, you can still get a good quality toolbox.
The other thing we notice here at this shop is that you really invest in having the proper tools and equipment to service the vehicles and to for all you guys to use. One of the things y'all may notice in the background here is this is a Hunter. Is this a Hawkeye? This one's not.
Yes.
This is a Hunter Hawkeye, and he's also added the camera in the front there so the technician can see when they're pulling it on. They don't have to holler, "Hey, I'm my centered." And over on the other side of that wall is another one that's a 18,000 pound.
Yeah.
And so, and the reason is because right past that, we see a UPS truck, and y'all do a fleet, And one of the deals that we talked about on the way over here was you have a lot of factory scan tools, and one of the ones that you were needing was the new GM tool
Yes.
to do some reprogramming and reflashing. And so, how did you go about that? Was because you were having a talk with the rental car company this morning.
Yeah, so they have a bunch of Suburbans that needs a recall program. So we're gonna do that. They have about 23 vehicles. So
So
yeah,
that's already paid for when you're getting it,
yeah. So
basically. And the reason you're getting that rental car business is because they can't find help.
yeah, it's their dealerships not taking them right away, and we can take them in, and our focus is always to solve our customers' problems. Um, for example, 23 vehicles sitting that can't be rented out is a problem. So we figured out a way how to solve them. We get the proper tools, make it happen, give them back their vehicles, and back on the road they go.
And that's all part of a lot of times we don't always look outside of the box to see what businesses around us. Because you're one of the largest, and you said this year you did 1.7 million,
Yes.
and you're looking to increase that and get over 2 million. And part of the ways you do that is number one is you look at the flow here in your shop to see how it's working. But then you also look outside and say, okay, what new accounts can I bring in? And when you're bringing in an account that you're going to take care of 23 Suburbans, and that's like one of the higher renting cars. When groups come to the island, they want to rent a Suburban so they can pile a bunch of people
Yep.
in it, and they got 23 of them sitting there they can't rent.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, you're helping them, the locals,
Yep.
and so they're going to be a little bit more loyal to you. And of course, here on the island, you always have there's a lot of issues as far as supplies, as far as getting stuff. He told us he called and ordered a tool, and you said it'll actually be here in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, 2 to 3 days UPS, so not too bad.
And then you have a local Napa store, but the distribution center is actually on Honolulu.
Yep, that's correct.
So you kind of do you get the cars in and see what they need, and then schedule them in after you've ordered the parts.
Yeah, for the most part, we can get it next day if they have it in the DC in Honolulu. So it's not too bad, but if it's something more, then we have to fly it in. So 2 to 3 days, sometimes even longer.
And one of the other issues is parking, because the
Yep.
island, you said, it's kind of like they've got just so many buildings, but and we look out here and your parking lot is full. But you recently expanded over into another building,
Yeah.
and so you picked up some more parking places over there.
Yeah. So parking, we have 9 employees, so that's 9 vehicles already, and we need cars to work on. So we do need the parking. If we cannot have the cars here, we don't have anything to work on. So yeah, parking is important. Now we have the space, so we're expanding. Probably gonna get another technician, another advisor, and keep moving forward.
And you said you run about 350 cars a month.
Yeah, 350, 360, and we're working on getting more efficient and bringing that to the fours. Yeah.
So that's really great. Well, we appreciate you taking time to visit with us, to share some about what your shop's doing here. Hopefully, it'll be an encouragement to other shops around our nation. As always, I appreciate you watching.